We're going to look at the table John Steinbeck used when he came to Bruton. He came here in '59, and he was here for 6 months.
1166, I think, is the first hard and fast reference to a prison at Ilchester. Every prison was a nasty place in this country, but Ilchester was particularly notorious.
So what have we got here? Where are we?
We're at Montacute TV Radio Toy Museum. I'm the owner, curator, whatever you like to say. I was here when it really first took off, you know, the golden age of television, you know, in the 1950s and what have you. Yeah, I just got a love for it all. Yeah, it was fantastic.
He had a fascination with King Arthur. He wanted to come here and rewrite it. And these are some of the letters he wrote which have been published. I still like what I'm doing. In London, I ordered a tabletop architect's board that tilts. Less than a week later, he wrote another letter. My tabletop tilt board came. Makes a draftsman's table of a card table. My neck and shoulders don't get so damn tired.
This is an engraving of William Bridle, the most notorious of our jailers. He developed some rather cruel punishments for some of his inmates. One, a chap called Gardner, he'd put something on his head which was an irritant, some mild acid or something, and then when he tried to relieve his torment by scratching it, they actually put him in a straitjacket and strapped him to a bed, and then added a bit more.
We don't know just what angle he liked, but he was probably doing something like this. Paper sitting there. And so he was doing it straight up rather than bending over and getting a crick in his neck. As with any museum artefact, it brings something to light, rather than me just telling you a story about how he had a table. This table, someone world famous, used. Yes, no, I think it definitely has a resonance. It's what museums are all about.
There you go, welcome to the museum. This is where it all starts. As I say, a lot of radios here from the 1920s and 30s. You know, early days of Coronation Street when it first started off. This is all the Western stuff. In this little section we've got Jerry Anderson, Space 1999.
The town was quite protective of him. People would come along and say, "Where's John Steinbeck live?" They say, "Who?" I don't think, no, we don't know anyone of that name here.
Chips, Charlie's Angels, Kojak. Here's your Dalek, Dukes of Hazzard, A-Team, Professionals of course.
He had parties in the prison, threw the doors open, especially on election days, and invited the knobs of the village in to celebrate. And they'd have a band in and dance, drink and carouse, and the prisoners would have to wait on them and serve them wine.
Are you in danger of being obsessive?
I think I used to be, but I'm getting older now, and I've got to slow down a bit because I haven't got the room.
On his deathbed, he and his wife were reminiscing, and he said to her, "Where was our best time together?" And she said, "Well, if I say that, you'll just agree." So they decided they were going to write it down on a bit of paper, hand it over, and it was Discove, which is the name of the house in Somerset. So it's got a, if you're a Steinbeck buff, it's got a special, Bruton has a special place. It was one of the, well, it's the last place he referred to when he was dying.
What a fantastic trip down memory lane. Well done. Keep collecting.
It must make you feel nice.
Well, it does. It does. It makes it all feel worthwhile. You know, that people are getting as much fun out of it as I am putting it together.
Nasty piece of work, I would say, but times are different. He came back in another guise. I'm sure he'd be a, I don't know, publicity agent in Parliament or something.
It's your life, isn't it? Basically, it's a reflection of your life. You know, that's the serious part of it, I suppose, because we're here, we're living, and this is part, as I say, this is part of your life, you know, and this is what we've all been brought up with. So yeah, there is a real positive side to it. You know, looking back isn't so bad.